अपने के आने का धन्यवाद बांग्लादेशी मनुष्य आमी अपने के balabashi. I love you all so much. Thank you to my Bangladeshi fans. You're all truly amazing. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Faatiha, for having me here. I'd like to give you a big hand for everything that you do. It's truly incredible and it's super amazing. And I know that you're going to be a world leader in whatever field that you choose.
He's so gifted. N-U-K-U-A-P-U-A-A. Humu humu nuku nuku apawa.
Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Welcome to this show. Today we are going to talk about how you can dream big from your childhood and then how you can chase those dreams and actually achieve what you want. And today to talk about that, we have a very special guest. He's an American spelling child prodigy and he also received the Global Kids Achiever Award. He was featured in the Little Big Shots and the Spelling the Dream, and he is none other than Akash Vukoti. Good morning, Akash. How are you?
Hello, Faatiha. Thank you so much. And hello to all of our viewers. Good morning. Alaikum salam and namaskar, everyone. Namaste. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Faatiha. I truly appreciate it, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Meet Akash Vukoti, a 10-year-old spelling prodigy who is the youngest boy to ever compete at the Scripps National Spelling Bee. From reading and writing before he was 2 to becoming a scholar at 5.
Tell our viewers about your spelling bee journey. Like, how and when did you feel like applying to the contest?
Well, my parents say that I first started reading very early, and I competed in my first spelling bee when I was just 2 years old.
Wow.
After that, I started competing in spelling bees every year all across the country. Then, when I was in kindergarten, age 5 years old, I won my school spelling bee and I advanced to my Scripps Regional Spelling Bee. And then the following year, it's 2016, I'm in first grade, I'm 6 years old, and I win my Regional Spelling Bee. And I make it to the Scripps National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C., and I became the youngest boy ever and the first ever first grader to compete in the history of the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
How do I win the Scripps National Spelling Bee? 90% hard work, 10% other.
Many people think that spelling bee, it's like a rote memorization. So what do you say to the people who say this? And what are the advantages of competing in the spelling bees?
Well, first of all, that is a great question. And yes, there are some people, if not many, who believe that the spelling bee is just a test of rote memorization. And just like any other academic activity, of course the spelling bee would involve memorization, but I'd say only about 5 to 10% of the words in the dictionary would actually need rote memorization. The majority, big chunk, 90%, would mostly just need the little tricks. We can nail it down with like the roots or the definitions, the meaning, the language of origins and the alternate pronunciations, the part of speech, and all the little pieces of information which we can use to exactly nail down what is the correct spelling of the word.
Ready, set, spell!
And also, coming to the advantages, and I want to quickly talk about those. First of all, when you're preparing for the spelling bee, you have to go through loads of words. And when you're going through them, you don't just learn the spelling, you also learn their meanings. And this is going to increase your vocabulary. your vocabulary base, it will be tremendously improved. And
Yeah.
then this will also help your knowledge in general. So that way, when you go to college, for example, you'll have the ability to just pick any course you want because you already have the first-hand basis from when you were studying the words for the spelling bee.
I can't spell spaghetti.
Really? It's like SPAGHETTI. Spaghetti.
I know that you have an amazing ability to spell enormously big words. So how do you really remember those? Because is there any smart shortcut way to do that?
Well, to be fair, there really isn't any shortcut for success, and this is quite a good example of that. Because, to be fair, a lot of it does revolve on memorization, but it's not the type of rote memorization that you normally see. Because most of these extremely long words are created because of the fact that you can just take little roots, which are like mini little words that you add to other words to create a bigger word.
Yeah.
So what most people do when creating long words is they take one root and then add it to another root, and then another root, and then another root. And they keep going like that until they create a monstrously long word. So in order to remember that, all you need to do is just break down the word into the individual roots. Sort of break it down and focus on each individual root.
So basically you're saying that break it apart and memorize those parts and then put it together and you know it.
Yes, that is like really the simplest way to know a lot of those really long words.
From San Angelo, Texas, here's 6-year-old Akash. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Come on, sit up here. You big boy, you jump. What is this?
It's one of the books, but it's a big dictionary.
The dictionary is bigger than you.
So I know that you were interviewed by Mr. Steve Harvey in his most popular show, Little Big Shots, not only one time, but like 3 times. So how did you feel like, and how was your experience there?
Oh my god. Mr. Steve Harvey, the man who introduced me to the world. Wow, I really loved working with Mr. Steve Harvey, and I was so honored to be featured on the premiere episode of Little Big Shots, Season 1, very first episode. I was truly honored, and then afterwards, we really loved the whole thing, and he actually ranked me number 3 on his top 10 list of his favorite kids on the show at the end of the season in 2016.
I know that you were in the Dancing with the Stars Junior. So tell me your experience there.
Wow, it was absolutely fantastic to be on Dancing with the Stars. It's so fun. Dancing with the Stars is Hollywood's longest running dance reality TV show for over 29 seasons, which is incredible. And in 2018, very recently, they did a spin-off series called Dancing with the Stars Juniors. And I was announced as one of the celebrities who would be competing on the show. I was the youngest celebrity competitor on Dancing with the Stars. You can check out all of the episodes. They're actually on my website, Akash Vukoti, AKashVukoti.com.
Affentween.
Affentween.
Yes.
Okay. Affentween. AFFENTWEEN.
Yes.
What's your future goal? What do you want to be in your professional life?
In the short run, I do want to become the Scripps National Spelling Bee champion, and then later getting on a long run, I want to become, I want to have my own TV show in Hollywood. And then on a long run, I want to do maybe some public service and maybe even become the president of the United States one day.
I hope that you become the president of the United States and you also get your own show in Hollywood. Those are two really big ones that probably you'll get.
Thank you so much, Faatiha.
You're talking about homeschooling and you're taking homeschooling, right? So, as many
Yes.
viewers of like Bangladesh or India might not know the concept about homeschooling, do you like to share those with us? I mean, is it like teachers are coming home or your parents are teaching you at home?
To be fair, it's homeschooling, Faatiha, for me is more like my parents are teaching me. The homeschooling is sort of like school at home
Yeah.
in the sense that it allows me to have the flexibility to adjust my schedule whenever I want, to change it to match what's coming up soon. In school, then they'd only really teach us up to the level of the school curriculum and not much more. However, in homeschooling, it's a different story because this way I get to take whatever classes I want. I can take more advanced classes than the school curriculum.
But you said that homeschooling is like school at home, except that because of the COVID-19, we're doing online school. So I wouldn't really say that I'm doing homeschooling because I'm doing school at home, but it's not like the homeschooling that you're doing.
Yeah, basically. By the way, I also know of one famous Bangla person who was actually homeschooled. He is the author of the Bangladeshi national anthem Amar Sonar Bangla. He is Rabindranath Tagore, the very first Nobel laureate from Asia, and he was homeschooled. First, he wrote the Bangladeshi national anthem Amar Sonar Bangla. Then he wrote the Indian national anthem Jana Gana Mana. And even the Sri Lankan national anthem, Sri Lanka Mata, is actually based and inspired by him. So truly an incredible man, and he was actually homeschooled too.
I know you started your career when you were 2 years old only, and now you are a child prodigy, you are a champion celebrity, and you did many TV shows, BBC documentary, a Netflix film, and many awards. And you are only 11 years old. So what message do you want to give to the kids of your age who want to be successful like you?
So the first thing that I would give is trying to identify your passion, what you really, really want to do. Next, set up a goal. Once you do that, set up a goal and work hard to reach it. Really hard. Give your all. Put everything that you can into it. Work really hard. Believe in yourself. Follow your passion. Work hard, and success will follow you. You can do it. And make sure, by the way, to plan for how you're going to achieve your goal. It's very important. So, once again, work hard, follow your passion, believe in yourself. You can do it. Success will find you.
That's really good advice, I think.
Thank you so much, Faatiha.
I'm sure that you had to compromise a lot of physical events this year because of the COVID-19. So are you attending those virtually like you're doing today? Or what are your upcoming events that you can like tell us?
Yeah, so as for the COVID-19, I have to say 2020 has been a big mess. It's going to probably be like that for the next few months. The good thing is the FDA is fast-tracking the vaccine, and I cannot wait, Faatiha, for when this vaccine comes out, and hopefully it'll save all of us, and we'll finally be back to our normal lives when COVID-19 goes away. Finally.
It's 2 months, may seem like a long time, but time flies away fast. And it was really great to have you here, Akash. Thank you so much for coming here, and I wish to talk to you again. And I don't want to waste any more of your time. So thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Faatiha. And I really cannot wait to see what you'll do in the future.
Okay, so dear viewers, I hope you all enjoyed today's program. Please pray for me. Thank you and assalamu alaikum.